Hey, what is up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of Persona 5 The Phantom X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going ahead and doing our first impressions of Morgana Starlight, seeing that he recently ended up coming out. Now, this is a character I ended up actually getting on my third multi, and I'm very happy about that. But now I'm very sad because we're not on guarantee. So yeah, the anniversary is going to be a very special time here. But I ended up getting the character, haven't fully built them out yet. We still have to get like these last few things, which I'm going to be waiting till the next Astrolab to get. And then we do also need to get his 4-star fully duped out. I'm 1 coin short to get the extra 4-star weapon, so we won't be able to do the A6 one. So we're just gonna go ahead and do the training one, and then maybe dabble a little bit with the regular one that I have here. But from what I know about this character, he is a very interesting debuffer. Like, he isn't bad, and he's not really good in my opinion as well, right? I feel like he's exceptionally good if you're using a winded based team, based on what people have been seeing and what I've been seeing about the character. But I feel like the character needs an extra sorry about my voice, an extra push. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a little bit of a shot. As you guys have probably guessed, his best team is going to have Mont. I don't have Mont level 100 yet, so when we do try him with our Mont in our team, he is going to be with a lower version of Mont that could possibly be better. And I also need to rebuild my Mont, so we can get to that as well. But obviously how this is going to go, we're most likely going to be buffing our Mont Vast here, or at least our Mont Frost Scale. And with him, he has a very interesting little rotation himself. At A0, you usually are going to be doing the 1-2-3 setup here. He still does use the beats just like Joker does. So Joker is also his best team when it comes down to it. So the first skill that we end up using here, this one, for what I know, not only gives us a permanent attack buff, but also allows us to permanently double the amount of wind worn, or like wind swept, I think, stacks that he ends up having. So next year, we're gonna probably go ahead and, I think since this is not our attack round, we're gonna go ahead and use Vishnu, and we're gonna use skill 1. Get this on set up here, get that debuff on as well. And then I believe I don't think she's changed any at all for at least her rotation with the level 100. I'm pretty sure she's still the same rotation. So we're gonna go ahead and use our skill 3 into skill 1, just to make sure we have that domain on set up there, and just trying to deal a little bit more damage. Now, once again, these dudes is what's it called, Mont probably isn't crazy built, neither is this Morgana, so I do expect things to be a little bit bad, but we're gonna see what we can do. Now for this here, I'm probably going to either use this one, or I will end up using the green for the damage bonus. I'm thinking this one here is better for the damage bonus, but if I remember correctly, this one is the follow-up damage. So I'm unsure which one I would prefer using just yet, but just to be safe, to get a decent going here, we're gonna use the damage bonus one first, and I'll probably try the follow-up damage one afterwards. Then we're gonna use our skill 2, just to make sure everyone is all filled on this as well, and we get our proper buffs. Then once again on our Morgana, seeing that we're back at this point, we're gonna go ahead and use our second skill. The second skill itself is able to permanently not only increase the damage taken for the enemy, but it is also allowing us to deal some decent wind damage, which also gives them a windsworn stack, which should be shown right here as well. So if we look at the enemy here, we can see that they're having all these debuffs that we end up having as well, which is allowing us to obviously take down the enemy's defense, have everything down as well with the windsworn stacks themselves, making sure they're taking increased damage taken, which is always great. Now, during this time period here, I'm unsure if I should be buffing or if I honestly should be using his highlight. His highlight increases the damage taken, so it might be more worth it to use the damage taken in this degree, but I'm kind of unsure. But just for video purposes, let's go ahead and slow this on down, and I want to get a good look at this one here. So let's use our 1x as well, get the man dancing as always here. Couple hits, strike down with the slingshot, and I still love it. Still love the what is it called, the animation itself. And then he also just gives a ton of course debuffs on the enemy now, so we can of course deal way more wind damage, which would be perfect. And we actually got a heal off of that if you guys did not notice here. But I'm gonna go ahead, go up to skill, or at least the ×3 here, and then at this point I'm gonna swap to our Dionysus, and we should be able to at least start dealing good damage with our mod. So I'm gonna use the skill 1, make sure we get that extra hit on in. Dealt a decent bit of damage here as well, and then of course we get the extra hit. Boom. Didn't get really a crit on that, so kind of hard to see where she would end up hitting there. But once again, it's kind of Mont. It's what I semi expected, to be honest, especially if we are level 80. Let me check. If are we level 80 or are we level 100? Okay, yeah, we're level 80 Mont, as I figured. So it was kind of expected it was going to be something like this. And then on the third skill, which this is the one that we end up spamming, this is usually where you want to use your Rhapsodic Beats, because by going ahead and doing so, it's not only going to allow him to deal physical damage and wind damage, but it also allows him to then increase the wind multiplier as well, which this is pretty interesting. Plus, if we land a critical, which we should always land a critical on this here, it will guarantee more down damage taken itself. So let's go ahead and use this. We're going to dispel the buffs that are on him as well, that's left. Meaning, if we had Joker in this team here, obviously this would be a stellar team for him. Currently, I don't know why they had the team built like this for Mont, because it doesn't really make too much sense for Mont to have like a team like this. And also, I do believe I did that wrong too with the Vishnu setup, because I can't remember if Vishnu was a 1-turn setup instead of a 2-turn or 3-turn for its buff. So I may have done that wrong too, but right now, at least I'm loving the amount of what's it called? The amount of debuffs we have on the enemy, which you would only technically see if we were just utilizing Morgana. So I do like that as well. But I'm just gonna try to kill this thing on off, and we can wrap it on up as well. And geez, I forgot how Mont really is at times. But let's go ahead and get this buff on back off. I do believe we can just spam the car mode here. So let's knock him back on down. And then with the Mink, that takes all his things back down. And obviously you guys can see exactly why this would be like Joker's bread and butter, because every last one of those down stacks got knocked on off. We're able to come back in here again and obviously just deal even more damage. But pretty darn cool. I really do like that as well for the character. But before we close out, we're going to try mine. Now, I'm being real with you. Seeing that my Mont also is terribly built, because I have not went back to really do that as well. What is it called? I won't expect too much from him, or too much from her. So we're going to see what we can do. And geez, my throat's like dying right now. But we'll see what we can do here. I highly doubt it's going to be anything too impressive. I think the best way to showcase what I want to do is obviously versus a boss. So I ended up deciding against the what's it called, the bossing from that, because I keep forgetting each phase you kill them, it literally just resets your buffs anyways. So it was like no real reason to do that one. But what I can try is one of these bosses themselves here. If I'm right, yeah, this one has the wind itself, so we can go ahead and try her team here. Now her team is going to look something like this here, where we have it. Unfortunately, remember, I do not have her level 100, and actually I do think I have Yukari level 100. Let me double check. She's level 90. Let me go ahead and try to boost that up to 100 real quick, just to make sure we're getting all the benefits of Yukari, because she does also have all of her things done. I'm working on finishing this up, and then I'll be able to start working on Mont as well. But this is usually her team. This is what you're going to end up using. Obviously, instead of Raphael, you would end up using Dionysus. And we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. Now, this is going to be a very interesting one, because she does hit pretty hard. Unfortunately, I don't have her built to the max efficiency of what she could be built to. So there's going to be their differences there. But I'm going to go ahead and swap on in here, because this is not going to be like a crazy Navi oriented correct rotation series here for the Navi wise, because Fuka is probably the one Navi that actually takes like some hardcore thinking for. But I'm just gonna go ahead, swap her on out, make sure we get the debuff here, and do this correctly with Morgana. So we start off with our skill 1. Obviously get some hits on in here and make sure we get those debuffs on down. And then we're gonna go ahead, pop off our skill 1 with our Raphael, making sure this is technically our Dionysus little crit rate and stuff that we need. Use our lovely mask here, and then we're gonna set up with the skill 1. Because in this team, Joker is more of your buffer. He's always gonna be the buffer. Morgana's gonna stay the debuffer here. And ooh, I did that wrong there. That was totally by mistake actually. I meant to do skill 3 and she murdered it. But I guess I don't have to explain that again. But I clicked that way too quick. Got a little too eager for a second, but let's go ahead and do this again here. And we're gonna use the skill 3 this time to not kill the boss. Now, this isn't gonna be like how you officially do this guild boss or anything like that. I just really wanted to show off how like this team is really going to work with a good fashion here. So use our skill 1, boom, get the extra hit on in here. And then obviously use this here as well, which honestly, since this isn't our damage phase, we could very well just wait it out and use a different persona instead, like a persona that has a 3-turn cooldown or something on the first hit, instead of doing that one that's more of a 2-turn, you know, type deal. But we're gonna go ahead and do this the right way because I almost messed it up again. Use our skill 3. This is gonna get the kill, of course, but this is gonna let us just set up for the next few rounds here. And on this round, we would technically always use our skill 1, get the lovely buff here, and we can actually see what really happens. Now, once again, use our skill 2. Skill 2 is going to get him all set up here. And then now that we have that on down, when it comes down to it, you're usually going to be using a debuff here as well, instead of a buff. So we're going to use our debuff. And then I would think for Wonder here, we would probably swap to Vishnu just to make sure we can take advantage over the damage that we should be getting. Then for Joker, we would use the P here, making sure we get the double hit as much as possible for the damage. Smack this on here is making sure we get some nice damage on the AoE, allowing her to go ahead and set up with her skill 1, which should deal a decent bit of damage. Now, initially from how I'm thinking of how this character should be going as well, I would like to say you want to stall a little bit too, because technically what you would really want to try to do is by actually allowing Morgana to knock everyone down to get that extra winded attack and then have the skill 3 at least attack there. But I'm unsure exactly how that's going to proc, or at least how that's going to work. So we're going to act like, you know, this is technically the right way of going about it. But using his car hit, which is still so cool, gives a lot of debuffs here. We didn't get actually the downs, but you know, still decent enough. And from here on, I'm just going to use the skill 1. Let's get the 2-turn on going again. And then for this one, use our mask once again. Once again, we could do another buff because it's really not going to hurt anything. And I just want to be funny here and just show off a little bit of damage here. So I just want to pop off with this here a little bit. Not really going to do anything too crazy, but use this as well. And then go ahead and just slap this on him, I guess, because I know it's not the right way of going about it, but still, it's always cool seeing at least Mont go ahead and deal some decent damage, or deal damage in general, which is always cool. Now, I do think that Morgana is allowing her to, of course, really dig deep into some of this damage here, and I do like what he's able to enable for the team itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and refine this character a little bit more, and once I really do know the rotation with this team, you guys will see an official video for that as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, slap that like button, slap that subscribe button. And as always, take care, enjoy the game. Peace on out.